Hi, it's Cassandra and I'm here making a video to wish you a Merry Christmas and to share this quote with you because that's what we talk about here at The Art Journalist. And the quote says, somehow we learn who we really are and then live with that decision. Eleanor Roosevelt said that at a time when women in particular had a very limited voice. Now today, as women, as people, we have a lot more freedom, a lot more choices, so many choices, maybe too many choices to decide on. So here at The Art Journalist, we give you ideas on how to grow your own self-care practice and how to embellish and decorate your own soul and decorate your own self-concept into something beautiful. And so some of the things in the background are things that I am sharing for Christmas time. You might have seen my autumn wrap up a little late this year, but better late than never. I wanted to fill that in so that I can have the 4 seasons eventually filled in with videos with tons of ideas and support. That's the important thing for you all to get from and to learn from. All the material here on The Art Journalist, it's meant to nurture your self-confidence and your self-concept and your self-care. So the things in the background are Christmas things that you can do for yourself. So we have a bouquet of flowers with some different kinds of greenery in it. So we have white roses and red roses and some berries. It's the most simple thing. I want you to get a vase, gather some of these things. Maybe you can go outside and snip some greenery from your evergreen trees if you happen to have them, any kind of trees. Put them in a vase and arrange the flowers very peacefully and mindfully. It doesn't sound like it's a very mindful or peaceful practice, but I promise you it is. Putting those things into place, it gives you a sense of control. It is a little bit of art therapy. And then beside that, I have some mindful present wrapping, and that's on the blog, how to create these packages with some of the mini wreaths that we learned about in the autumn wrap up. I love this concept because it is so eco and it's so durable. So much of our Christmas and seasonal paraphernalia, it's disposable, and we really don't want that right now with our whole environmental crisis. So this one I had last year up since Christmas. I put it up and then I just didn't take it down because I loved the way it looked. It's very comforting to see a circle. Psychologically, it's a feeling of wholeness, completion, prosperity is another symbol for the circle. Okay, so those boxes there are reusable. I'm going to reach back here and that ruined my display. And so this is a reusable tin. It was an oat tin and I covered it, cleaned it of course, and covered it. And then I added tissue and tissue. And I'm going to use this now for years and years and years. These ones here, I'm not really letting out of my house. These are for the people in my family. And I will go on to make more. There are more under the Christmas tree. I will show you pictures on the blog. Okay, and so that's something you can do. Think about reusable packaging, saving some of the wrapping paper on some of the larger boxes for next year. Try to reuse, try to recoup some of the waste that is going to go on this Christmas. And in the autumn wrap up of past, I talk about how tissue paper is something that you can save and reuse and reuse and reuse. Okay, and so also back there is a fur. It's a Norfolk fur. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer. Okay, no, I'm not. I might turn it over. Okay, so that is a living fur back here at the bottom top corner of your screen. It is alive and potted, and I am going to also hide the price tag, which is ruining my display. But okay, no, seriously, the fir tree back there, it's going to be planted in the spring. So I didn't go out and chop down a tree because we need the lungs of the earth more than ever. And so many people around here, because we have such an abundance of trees, it doesn't seem like we need to conserve, but we do. We know this. And for so many people, I saw so many cars with a tree chopped down with love, I guess, and memory, nostalgia for that time when we all used to chop down our trees. When I was little, we used to chop our trees down too, being in this rural-ish, on the edge, suburbia, on the edge between suburbia and rural, wooded areas. There are a lot of evergreen trees around, and so it seems like, why not just chop one down? What could it possibly hurt? But right now on our planet, we are having an environmental crisis, and reforestation is a really great idea. So that's a step in the right direction for 2020. Now you might see some of these in the store because people are thinking about that. And so if you see one and it's on sale from now to New Year's, you can still grab one and take care of it until the spring and then plant it outside. We need things to be planted in the ground. That's the whole reforestation idea. So that's kind of hopeful and a more of a global philosophical wish. When we're talking about shifting ourselves, sometimes you hear the words paradigm shift. That's what we're talking about. Really getting in there and doing the dirty work and doing the work that is needed right now. For so many years, I heard about paradigm shifting, but I didn't ever hear things about real things that we could do, like grabbing a tree like this and planning to plant it. It's so important for our world right now. So be in the know, be ahead of the game, and try to plant one of these things and take care of it. You're going to have to take care of it, water it, etc., so it doesn't dry up. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that idea that there are things to do for yourself. It's not just about reading books. It's not just about journaling and then you put the journal away and you never think about it again. It's about internalizing these things and living a life that is to be desired by other people, because you're happy on the inside. You're mindfully doing these things. Other people might not understand. It's not about other people. It's about you getting really confident and caring at the same time. So hence the word self-care. There's a caring factor. There is self-love. I tend to stay away from self-love when I'm talking and writing, because love I think of as arrows. We do need to shower ourselves with love, fine, if you want to go there, but I love the idea of care, because care seems like this whole doing with your hands, like care packages, care of children, caregiving. There's so many beautiful ideas and love that is selfless attached to the word care. So to put self and care together, it is like a strong move to do that. So I'm going to leave you with that idea of gathering these things. If you see them, try not to chop any trees down. It's Christmas Eve, so I think it's too late for that, but some people do go out and get their chopped down tree. I'm telling you, I used to have them as a girl growing up, so I do miss the chopped down tree. It's nice to smell the balsam in your house if you have a balsam fir, or the smell of pine. It is nice, I know that, but you've just killed a tree. So as a kid, I didn't really absorb that so much. And so today we have to be selfless, and we now have an artificial tree because we just said, this is getting really not nice. We don't feel good when we go chop this tree down. There's a whole story about that. You can read about it on the blog. Okay, so I'm gonna leave with that idea. Merry Christmas.